Oh, sweet trouble mine. Hey Siri, stop. Good morning, everybody. Oh, it's a little early. Oh, we'll see who all traipses in. It's a Monday morning. Good morning. We got two people here. We're just gonna wait. Oh man, good morning. Good morning. I think Nerd, you're here, right? Oh, Jackie Cat, good morning to you. Eric, you're here. Good morning to you. Harry K. the Third, good morning to you. The Exception, good morning to you. Angel F, good morning to you. Sharon Sparks, good morning. Angie RX Sandman, good morning to you. Morning, everybody. How is everybody doing today? Give me some emotes, hon. Telling me how you're doing today. Give me some emoticons. I can read emoticons better than I can read emotions. Or comments. Good morning. I'm going to read my cards. We're going to start this off, and we're going to read my cards. We're going to see what the cards have to say. Old Rocky Poo. And then later on, we're going to do big old jar check. Morning, Matt Leonard. All right. For real, actually. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Okay? And so, I'm going to read my cards about Valentine's. We're going to see what the cards have to say about me and Valentine's. Alright? So that's what this is. It's a Valentine's Day Eve. Valentine's Steve. Valentine's Eve, not Steve. Yesterday was Steve. We're going to read Brock's cards for Valentine's Day. Alright, we're going to see good morning, Rebel Rob. Good morning to everybody there. Pops is busy, so here we are. Yep, good morning. It's a Monday. We got a lot of jars to check. I have a board to show you. I have 2/10 of jars going on. And I'll show you the downstairs tent, because the upstairs one is, I just don't want to show you the upstairs one, you know. So we'll go through the upstairs or the downstairs jars. We'll see how they're going. Check out their growth, and we'll answer any questions you guys might have. But right now, we're just gonna do my cards. We're gonna see what these cards have for anybody showing up. It might be a light show today. Alright, let's just take it easy today. Let's hang out. Alright? Let's just try not to take ourselves too seriously today, yeah? And if you do, you know, what else are you going to take? You're going to take like a bottle of, if you're going to take yourself seriously, at least take a bottle of water, okay? Hydrate, alright? No matter what, hydrate. So, keep that in mind. If you're going to take yourself seriously, take a bottle of water. Alright. Okay. Good morning, everybody. I'm really glad you all are here. We're not gonna do anything today. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna hang out. We got bad religion going on here. That's what I am. I'm a bad religion. Alright. Morning to Parker. Okay, so there's what pile? Morning, Toucan. Morning, Hager. Penny's around. Cool. What pile should I pick? I don't know. Give me trees for one. Okay, give me trees for one. Give me flames for two. And give me hearts for three. All right? You guys pick which pile I pick from. Which pile of these are going to tell me about Valentine's Day? All right, trees 1, flames 2, hearts 3. We got hearts. We got flames. We got hearts. We got hearts. We got hearts. Balloons. We got spies. Someone check that. We got spies in the comment section. We got okay. Trees 1. Trees are 1. Okay, I'm gonna take the green hearts as the trees because sometimes it's a little difficult to find the trees. Maybe, yeah. Is that what we're doing? Is that what we're doing? No, I know I'm not a bad religion. I know that, and I appreciate that. I guess we're going to go with 3. This is 3, because I saw a lot of hearts there. All right, let's go with hearts. Love you guys. So, 1 and 2 are out there. Here we go. It was between 1 and 3, so it's difficult. Here we go. What I like to do is a then, now, and later, so we'll see how this reads. Again, this is all about what the cards are telling me. I saw the show, the Bad Religion show, by the way, that I got this shirt at, and I was there, and I'm not built to go into pits, all right? But a girl, I was standing at the edge of the pit, you know, I was walling it, you know, I was being whatever these weird little pits that would pop up in this silly punk show, right? And I was standing there, and this girl just like grabs me by the hand, pulls me into the pit, and everybody's running. And she looks at me, she goes, "Keep up!" And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I ran. That was awesome. That's probably the hottest thing I've ever had happen to me, was a girl pulling me into the pit, telling me to keep up, and I kept up. So, it's one of my favorite shirts. I got in the pit and I love someone. For all of my Kid Rock enthusiasts. Man, Dad loves Pops loves my dad likes Kid Rock, which is obvious. So, alright, let's see what these cards have to say about me and what pits I'm getting into. Oh, I don't want to say that for Valentine's Day, do I? First card, then. Remember, position matters. So, then, King of Swords. Big dick energy. I can say that. King of Swords. Let's see what the King of Swords has to say. Alright, this is what I was. Or what I'm coming from. It's going to be a weird show, everybody. It's going to be a weird show. I'm going to try not to make any more innuendos. They're all coming out of my mouth, though, like where an innuendo would come from. So, that's what today is. It's all about innuendos. My favorite innuendo is inherendo. King of Swords. He sits in judgment, holding the unsheathed sign of his suit. Meaning, whatsoever arises out of the ideas of judgment and all of its connection, power, command, authority, militant intelligence, law, offers of the crown, and so forth. I used to be really judgy. Super judgy. Alright. Which leads me to what? I stand in judgment of. What do you mean? I know what's best for me. I have never known what's best for me. Leading to Knight of Cups. These cards are like, Knight of Cups. Leading to graceful, not warlike, riding quietly wearing a winged helmet, referring to the higher graces of the imagination, which sometimes characterize this card. I used to make bad choices because I thought I knew what was best for me. Now, hi, look at me not making bad choices because I don't know what's best for me, but trying to be graceful about it, not be a duke about it, you know, kind of learning my lesson, tucking tail a little bit, like, maybe I'm not that big of a power dude, you know, leading to a reversed King of Cups. Thanks, cards. King of Cups. He holds a short scepter in his left hand and a great cup in his right. Seriously, I'm going to figure out what this reading means. And it's going to... His throne is set upon the sea. On one side of a ship is riding, and on the other a dolphin is leaping. Obviously, dolphins. The implicit of the sign of the cup naturally refers to water, which appears in all the court cards. So, he's like the king of everything, right? Dishonest, double-dealing man, roguery, exaction, injustice, vice, and scandal. Look, I'm just trying to find a nice girl. You know, like, I don't want to have to, you know, fight John Paul Jones, you know, at the bottom of, you know, the sea, you know, with Johnny Depp, you know, trying to, you know, get me a date for tomorrow, okay? I don't want to have to do that, all right? I don't want to have to get all Disney on this, okay? Don't make me Disney on this, okay? That's Johnny Depp is what that is. You're trying to make me Johnny Depp. Oh, I'm sure he still pulls it in. You know, whatever that means. Welcome to Tea with Pops, everybody. Welcome to Tea with Pops. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for letting me just get all weird with my cards there for a moment. All right. The cards are telling me that if I keep going the way that I'm going, I'm going to end up being Johnny Depp. I really don't want to have to get a new bedspread. All right? It's Valentine's Day tomorrow, everybody, and this is my one time to, like, talk about it with everybody. And it's like, here we are, you know? We'll talk about it, and we'll get it out, and between you and me, and, you know, and the mushrooms, and Pops, and everybody else watching and following along, so nobody else, obviously. 14,000, 15,000? 15,000 of us? Between you, me, and 15,000 of us. And Pops. We'll talk about Valentine's Day. We'll get it all out. That way you can spend time with your loved ones tomorrow. Apparently, did you know that there's an app called Resy? And that this is the app that people use to do reservations. Like in most major cities. And so, like, you download this app and you, like, make a reservation and so forth. Like, that's cool. And I've never heard of that. I didn't know that that was necessary or useful. But that's neat. I get that. But the report that I said was like, yeah, but the walk-in or walk-up space is always, there's still walk-up space reserved, and like probably in the majority of restaurants they have walk-up space reserved. And I was like, all right, so I can still go to IHOP. I can still, like, take my date to IHOP, and like I don't have to, like, I might have like a 5-minute wait while someone's like finishing their sugared French toast, right? Like, I know where I want to sit too. Can I request the seat? Like, are you allowed to request a specific table at IHOP? Like, is that a place where you can do that? Can you power trip a little? And where's the one place you are not allowed to power trip? IHOP, I think. I think you just kind of show up at IHOP and you're like, I guess IHOP's going to do whatever IHOP wants. The petrol station, you just said, JC. Nice. The Waffle House. You can't power trip at the Waffle House. You know, you kind of have to, like, when Pops and I, we go to this diner down the street, and we walk in, and we're still, you know, like, they're like, sit wherever you want to sit. And it's like, well, first off, lady, you should probably clear your throat. That sounds unhealthy. Secondly, are you sure? You know, because it's like, well, what section are you working? Like, we know how it all works. Like, if, you know, if you sit there, she gets the service. If I sit here, she gets the service. Like, what's going on? You know, like, we're not numb to the service industry. You know, we tip y'all. You work hard. You work hard. I don't want to do that song because it seems sexist. But, like, where can you not power trip? Like, maybe a Michelin restaurant, obviously you can power trip a little. Be like, because I'm spending $100 on a glass of wine, I'm going to tell you where I want to sit. You know, maybe you can do that. McDonald's? How about, like, the McDonald's playpen? How about that? Can you make power trip with the McDonald's playpen? Listen, honey, I really want to go on the swings. Let's go kick that kid off the swings real quick. Can you swings? Can you power trip on the swings? I don't know. The cafeteria? Yeah, hold on a minute. Let me grab a Jell-O and a quesadilla. Because that's what they say at the cafeteria. They call it the quesadilla. Let me grab a Jell-O and a quesadilla. Did you want a mousse? Let me get you a mousse. Let me get an extra mousse. Hey, lunch lady. Let me get an extra mousse. Nah, you can't power trip at the cafeteria. You get an extra. I can't even say jokes about the cafeteria. I made a joke about the lunch lady in 8th grade. And some of you heard this story probably when I was probably drunk and talking about all the bad things I've ever done in my life. And one of the worst things I've ever done in my life is I was on the school newspaper, senior, so most anything I was going to write as a senior for the school newspaper was going to make it into the paper. Big mistake. Big mistake. And I thought it would be funny to make fun of the school lunch lady and the school lunches, because they can be kind of gross sometimes. And I was like, oh yeah. And I wrote this article just going in. I was very cracked, if you will, like the What Me Worry, the kind of an article, right? And I was really trying to be funny and facetious. And in the article I said the school lunches they contain carcinogens and they'll give you cancer. And so it's like, oh man. And that was the one thing. Like a couple days later, I had somebody come up to me, whisper in my ear, look, you're not allowed to eat lunch until you go and apologize for, and I was like, wait a second, I'm not allowed to eat lunch? And they're like, no, you could probably eat lunch, just check your milk, the next time. I'm not saying I wasn't, JC, okay? And they were like, but you really gotta go apologize to the ladies that are putting this food together. And I was like, okay, And so I had to like wade through the squirrels and the dead rats. And I was like, hey, I'm kidding. There weren't squirrels and dead rats. Carcinogens, like, not spitting or anything. No, I didn't say that. I just said there were carcinogens in it. Like lead, because the big thing at that when I was in school was lead and asbestos. Good morning, Gypsy. And if you're looking for, by the way, if you're looking for Pops this morning, you've been looking for like 20 minutes by now. Get with it. And so I went up to the lunch lady, the head one. And these ladies I'm saying good morning to, and every lunch lady, every lunch, and I'm poor. I need the food. I'm the one that's like, where's my ticket? It's like, are they gonna give me my ticket? Can I eat? And so I go, and I'm sorry, and they're like, just, we don't put cancer in the food. I was like, no, the cancer is already in the food. You're just making it happen. You're serving it to it. And they're like, that doesn't make it better. And I was like, I know. And and I didn't have to like put a retraction in the paper or anything, because I guess I was like popular enough to like show the shame enough. And they're like, oh yeah, Brock, that guy, ha 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 ha. I don't think I got published again either. It's not like that. I didn't have a crush on the lady, Sam. No. I mean, who has a crush on? I had a crush on her. Okay, so who doesn't, right? She serves you food. She makes sure you're okay. She gives you that extra milk if you need one. It's like, it's a shoulder to cry on when you're like, when she's like, get off my shoulder, because you fell, and she was picking you up and you was crying, and it's like, I don't know. Christina, you have a good day. All right. We changed rooms because it's jar check time. Absolutely, Christina. We'll talk to you soon. We're going to be doing jar check. All right, everybody. Is everybody interested? I don't know. Are we even interested in jar checking? Like, that's the end of my story time there. I didn't want to, like, sit here and, like, try and make up stories about a lunch lady that I may or may not have had a crush on. Plus, my tooth right there is really bugging me for some reason. I don't know why, but it's, like, sticking out, like, and I got bad teeth. Terrible teeth. Okay. Jar check time. A lot of these strains came from Sandman. The tidal wave came from somewhere else. Sandman, thank you for your strains. They are kicking ass. Hold on. We'll see what the... we'll talk. Hold on. Boom! That's what I like to say every time I open that. Boom. Alright. So, this was whole oats transferred into rye. And this was transferred, oh buddy, unfortunately, we just saw some green right there. So this is the way we do jar checks. Found some green. That's a bummer. Alright, that's why we keep checking, right? That was a transfer. MG, Magilla Gorilla. Alright, hopefully there's no green on this one. Alright. Now, what part of that could have resulted in a green? You know, anything during a transfer can result in a green. So far, I don't see any green happening in this one. And this is another Magilla Gorilla. So that one's catching and growing. That's good. All right. This is Pink Buffalo. This is a transfer of whole oats to rye. All right. Pink Buffalo again, transfer. And these were transferred last Monday. So a week of growing, trying to regrow. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. And here's an interesting one. This is my it's my millet transferred to rye. And I was wondering if it would even catch or if it would even start to, spread or keep growing. Because I was like, should I have just waited for more millet? Should I? This is a CR, whatever the hell we're calling CR. A Catholic religion, Colombian rust, Colorado rickshaw. I don't know what the hell we're calling a CR, but this is a CR. Millet, and I love that it caught real nice in the millet. And I was like, man, I should just leave the millet. But I needed more. I didn't want to run out of CR. And so I'm going to let these keep growing for another week or two. And then, boom, right into soil. I'm going to start making soil this week. Oh. You guys, all right, I don't want to bore anybody. I know my tent is open and I have a heater there. It's okay. My jars will acclimate. It's okay to do a little bit of temperature shock. It's fine. It's fine. Okay? As long as I don't leave the jar or tent open for an hour and just walk away and treat my tent as if I don't know what the hell I'm doing with it. It's okay. Alright. Kind of a bummer that we found the green. I didn't think I was going to see a green. I was really happy with everything that was going on. So I'm just letting you know I'm kind of bummed out about finding the green. But I'm happy that we found the green. It was cool. It's a thing. You got to show your goods and you should show your bads. So, but anyhow, let's keep going. I got a lot of jars to go through. Just making sure you all are with me, and I'll try to go through these strains and such. But yeah, only one. And I'm going to show you this board with all my strains and grains. Anyhow, let's go. No, I'm going to close the tent, I promise you. Alright. And then there's stuff down there we'll get through as well. Alright. So don't worry, I got my tent. Don't worry, I got it. Okay, keep going. JMF. This is a Jedi Mind Flare. How about that? We'll call it Flare. Jedi Mind Flare. Alright. And I'm going to show you something really cool. Down on the bottom here. We got another pink buffalo here. We're looking for any greens. We're looking for any grays. Gray means like a dead grain. And there's nothing that's going to happen out of that grain. And it means that something is dying and just waiting to turn black. Alright, but I don't see any grays. I don't see any like super dry shit. Excuse my language, by the way. Pardon my language. So, alright, pink buffalo here. I'm really happy about that pink buffalo, by the way. It's my favorite strain to take. Can I say that? To take. But I don't know, to grow. It's a little spotty sometimes growing. So thank you for giving me that pink buffalo, by the way. I just want to make sure. A lot of fun. And I think this Magilla Gorilla actually came from MB? Yeah, look at that. That's bad news. I messed up the transfer somehow on this one. You can see... man. I mean, that's what happens with a transfer. So, gosh darn it. I wish I hadn't. I think that was just one. We'll keep going. Gosh darn it. That's two. It's okay. We still have that one Magilla back in the corner there, so we're not completely out. Alright? We're not completely out. And right there, gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. And I'm not sure. Man. Excuse me here while I take a moment to look at my jar. Ah. Man. Alright, so right there is the little bit of growth. It's no bueno. That's going to take over the rest of the jar. Oh, gosh darn it. Alright. I goofed up the transfer somehow. I think I got loose and a little loose on that one. Alright. Oh. Take a moment here. I'm not trying to be dramatic or like blow this up or anything or be like, oh my god, like it really is just jars. It means I gotta, clean some jars. And I got jars upstairs that are going, and they're going great. I got jars down here that are going, and we can see that they're going great. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So, this moment brought to you by whatever the hell this is. The LC was fine on that one. And, it really was a transfer, because everything was looking great. Like, everything had been growing for about three weeks prior to the transfer. So, and the grain itself had been prepped and ready for about 3 or 4 weeks. And so any green that would have appeared, I would have seen, hopefully, I think. So anyhow, let's keep going so I can close this tent up. All right. I maybe Sharon, I thought about that too. I could probably, I kind of like seeing if that happens. I like giving things some time before I just immediately blow them up into the trash can and not have to go. So it's a good idea, Sharon. I don't know if I'll put them in the tent. I might like down on the bottom, and then cover them. I don't know. Anyhow, let's get through the rest of this tent, and that's probably what I'll do. Is I'll just section them off. I'll put them down on the bottom. Blah blah blah. Here we go. More pink buffalo. Alright, here's my pink buffalo. At this point, I might even be, like, experiencing a little bit of, like, what's that color going on? Because maybe it isn't green that I'm seeing. You know, maybe my brain's just like, oh, you saw green in one spot, now you're going to see it everywhere. And, so... That's also why I like to section things off too, because there have been times I promise there have been some jars where I'm like, that's not gonna work at all, and I section them off and I come back, like I'll put jars like section them, you know, just on the shelf over here, and in the cold, and if it continues to grow and there's no green or whatever, and I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'll put you back. One of these tidal waves is one of that kind. So, anyhow. Got CR, millet. All of my jars are about 78 degrees. That's the growing. And I check them with a laser gun. I check them every 2 or 3 days just to see if the tent's fluctuating or if the temperature outside's really messing with everything. So, and the light on there, this is another CR transfer. There is a light on. I do grow these jars under a 12 and 12 light cycle, so they are effectively myceliating. I kind of want to like grow in a jar, you know, like it's like if it's already in a jar, why don't you just figure out how to just grow in a jar if you're good at growing in jars? And so Pops and I are having, you know, neat discussions, and I'll talk to you about that more later shows. Alright. Here we go. Got some CR growth there. This one's taking its sweet time. 112. It's taking its sweet time. I might need to shake her up and boost her. I don't know. But yeah, most of the ones that are on the end here are just taking their sweet time. And this is a tidal wave in millet. But it's not green, it's still going. Just taking its time. I don't think it's, you don't see any stall. You'll see like a ring. Like a pretty, like you'll see like a substrate layer forming when things are done growing or stalling. So I don't see that here yet, so I'm hopeful. And just by feeling these jars, I could probably turn the heat up just by 1 more degree. I did turn it down, but I think I'm going to turn it back up by 1 degree. Look at this jar. I'm happy about this one. This one, another CR millet. This one's really filling in now. Taking its time. So that's the thing that I gotta learn when growing jars in a tent like this is you can't force it. See, this is a fat one. This is a fat, juicy jar. Oh man, I'm happy with it. This is a tidal wave. I don't know if you can really tell, like, just how myceliated everything is. This is a fat, nasty, juicy. Oh, right there. You can see it right there. It's everywhere inside of this thing. Yeah, right there. It's coming through. And on top, you can see the little mound right there growing. I'm happy with this jar a lot. So, keep jumping, pumping. This one here, another fat, juicy jar, taking its time. Right there, just a big section, just taking its time. Tidal wave. This is one of my favorite to grow. And I've been holding on to my Tidal Wave LC. I'll be honest with you, this Tidal Wave LC, old. Sometimes you just gotta take a shot, you know? Like if you got LC running around and you got jars, grow it. Alright. So, I killed 3 jars on the top shelf. Alright, let's go to the bottom shelf. The bottom shelf, I'm going to tell you, is where my mommies are, where my big dogs are, where my papas are, where my winners are, where everything I like is. Hopefully, nothing went wrong. CR. There's my fat, nasty jar. That's everywhere. Look at that. That's a happy jar. That's a myceliated, miliated CR jar. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that the term fat nasty gets worked into mycelium culture. That's a fat, nasty jar right there. Why do I have them down here? The temperatures are a little bit lower down here. I don't need to like jump them or pump them. They can maintain a growing standard around the 74, which is where these jars are down here. And so it's taken a while to figure out these heat zones, folks, okay? It takes every day I gotta check these things. So, alright, let's move this here. Boom. This is another tidal wave. This is tidal wave whole oats. Now, I'm a little worried about some of that hyper white. That seems hyper whitish. And with mold, when you see hyper white, you tend to see mold. It tends to turn into like super green, super quick. But what I think is actually happening is I think I'm actually getting shrooms in this one. Because I think that's growing. Like that wants to grow into a shroom. And so, what I want to do soon is I'm going to take the top off of this and put tape over it. And then I can hydrate the tape and, hydrate the insides and then grow it. But I think it's actually trying to grow already on its own. After a month. This tidal wave, which is old, really wants to grow. I'm not shaking it. No way am I shaking it. I already shook it. No way. I learned that lesson. I'm not going to shake this one, Shane. I'm going to let this one go. Especially with like the little clumps growing on top there. I really think those are growing clumps. So, eventually, I think like today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow, I will turn that into a growing jar. And I'll show you. You can check me out on Instagram, Brock_lobster. BROK. I don't post a lot. I'm trying to. I don't post a lot because I like my page. Just letting y'all know, okay? Just another good one. This is a tidal wave. I don't know why this wasn't down there. This one needs to go back up. It needs to jump. It needs to get pumped. I think I shook it because it was a good one. Yeah, it had a good bottom. That's what it was. It had a good bottom. That's what she said. I had a good bottom. So let's put this one up top. Yeah. We got 3 more to go, folks, okay? 3 more to go. Thank you for sticking around with me. Maybe do a card or 2, all right? So thank you all. Thanks for dealing with me and bearing with me and listening to my stupid stories as I get through these. And as I, like, fret about my psyllium jars, all right? I really wish I could be reading the screen a lot better and answering questions. So, anyhow, Sharon, it seems like Sharon, I keep catching what Sharon's saying. No, Herbie, no. Because you have to PC anything else you want to add to your jar. All you're just doing is, what you asked me is, did I add any more contamination on top of the jar? No, why would you add contaminant on top of your jar? Oh, but it's substrate. It's contaminant. Unless you PC'd it with the jar, it probably shouldn't be in the jar. I might add some distilled water later to help, facilitate actual, teach the shrooms that, oh my God, there's water. I might do that. But yeah, don't put anything else in the jar other than shrooms and oats or whatever it is the actual shrooms are growing within. All right. Anyhow, Pink Buffalo. Fat, nasty jar. It's a good one. I'm happy with this. Once again, most of these genetics came from Sandman. So get a hold of him. However it is, he says you can get a hold of him. So Jack Frost. Mountain Mush Lab. That's where it is. Instagram. Mountain Mush Lab. Check him out there. This is Jack Frost. Say it with me. Say it with fat, nasty jar. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff. Last one. Pink Buffalo. She's beautiful, isn't she? Isn't she? She is. Look at that. Look at that right there. Oh, man. What am I doing? Growing stuff. You can see right there. There's another one. Sharon. Alright, here it is. What is it? We got Pink Buffalo. What was the other one? A tidal wave. Alright, so the tidal wave's trying to grow. That's dope. And then you can tell, you can see, oh man, that's incredible. You can see it poking out. Oh man, I don't know if you can. You can see it poking out. Like reaching out into the world. Oh man, let's do this under better lights, huh? 1 second. Woo! This is... I'll close the tent, I promise, Sharon. Alright, 1 second. Man. Alright, I don't know if you guys can see or tell what it is that I see in here. But that environment in there is really something special looking to me. So I'm going to leave this jar. I know that something's growing there. So I'm going to open the top of this jar along with the top of that tidal wave jar. And let's go back there. I'm going to try and grow these mushrooms, yo. That's awesome. All right. Top-notch video work, by the way. My video production crew is really knocking it out of the park today. Terrible, everybody. Terrible. Anyhow, what you just heard was genuine joy. That's awesome. Alright, let's set these off to the side here for a minute. 2 other things to show you. I promise you, then we're almost done. Alright. Jedi Mind Flayer. It's not the word. It's JMF. Jedi Mind Flayer. LC. It's weird looking. It shouldn't really individuate like that. Like, it should all kind of be like one clump, but it's all like a massive individuated clumps. You know? And then I had another jar. And I started taking syringe loads out. And you can see in these little 5cc syringe loads that you'll see on T more and more. If I'm growing out, I have some of it that I sprayed onto a petri dish, agar plate. Oh, sorry about the terms. And so we'll see if it like grows, because I accidentally goofed up 16 jars with some really bad Malabar strain, and so I didn't want to like absolutely waste 16 more jars trying to figure out if things are going. But we'll see what the agar plate says to me after. I gotta go check it this morning. I haven't checked it this morning. But it was a little hectic, like trying to get it onto the plate and just like let it sit there. And so keep your culture active, and yeah, you got to keep it moving. Like, you can't let it sit. As soon as it's ready to transfer. As soon as it's ready to grow. So I have 4 jars, and I want to see what my agar plate says first before I do the jars. But I kind of want to do the jars too. So but I've got a rack. I've got a rack of them. Because from everything that I've heard from people, it's a tough freaking strain. It doesn't always catch for people. So, I'm not concerned. I'm challenged. I want it to work out. I want to be the guy that's got, that's, you know, it's like, yeah, I can grow this. What? Who doesn't want to be that guy? All right, Sharon. Here's my broken jars. These are my busted sad jars. I'm going to put them on the bottom. All the way on the bottom. They're going to be in the cold, but kind of heat, but kind of not. But they're going to be in the cold, okay? Bottom, I'm going to check on them. If it's super green, oh, I don't know. I kind of want to start growing stuff in here. What do y'all think? Should I just toss them? Should I keep them? What do y'all think? I got jars that I've looked at. They're probably that one of them's got green. One of them might have green. Another one looks like one of them's got the green and gray. Put them somewhere else. Toss. I say toss too. You know what I'll do? Is I'll leave them on the table here. Alright, they'll be in an open environment. I'll leave them on the table for a day. And, alright, I'll keep them here on the table after I put my good stuff back. These guys are going to be so much fun to play with. I'll absolutely show you what they turn into. Alright. Okay. So, just to show you where they're going to be. Alright, they're here on the table. This is my jar table. I got empty jars. I'll get grain soon. I gotta get more grain. But just waiting on more grain so I can keep filling all my jars here. And so this was down to those 2 rows, all those other jars. Bad decisions, bad grain, bad LC. That's a rough one. But I got 24 jars upstairs going. I got all the jars that we just checked going. So I'm running about 80 to green. I'm running about 10 to 15% down, green wise, which not bad, I'd say. That's not a bad percentage. All right, so we'll let the. Oh, I wanted to show you guys this. This is really cool. I did a chart of all my strains. I have 10 different strains going on. Goodness. And if you're going to ask me what all those strains are, I'm going to tell you to shove off. I don't know. I don't know what all of them are. Also, I'm not going to tell you to shove off. That'd be rude. I just don't know what the pH is. I don't know what the CKB is. I think the PG is Pearly Gates. You know, like, they're whatever they want to, what you want them to be. Much like cannabis strains are, you can kind of name them whatever you want, whatever they need to be named. So, from me to you, okay? as always, take anything I say with a grain of mushrooms. About last show, when I was on, it hasn't been on all show. I'm not going to turn it on now. Remember the last show when I was tripping nuts in front of everybody? And it turns out that was a big cap I accidentally took, not a small cap. Small caps are around 200 milligrams. It's a good microdose. I recommend it for anybody that's trying to, walk their way into things and let it work in them. And instead of like worrying about it, taking them for a ride. Like I seriously thought I took a small cap. I was like, all right, cool, I'm done. We're good. And shush, Kim, shush. And it was an accident, I think. And so because I felt the flood, the rush up. I was like, there has to be a plateau here. And I didn't find a plateau until about a half hour after the show. I was like, oh, that's what happened. And I felt really bad. And not that, like, it's okay to trip in front of people. You know what I mean? I mean, you have it to take it, right, Herbie? You have it to take it. And so I was seeing a lot of things while I was trying to talk to you guys. And I think I was trying to read someone's cards last time, and, like, it turned into, like, a super serious thing. And I'm not making any apologies or anything. All right. Do I? I do. I do. So none of this is an apology, okay? Slingy or Chope or Kim. None of this. This is all about, like, it's about me, okay? It's about letting you guys know that I was really messed up. And I felt good about it. And I felt good the entire time. It felt comfortable. I was working my ass off trying to run the show and run the camera. And so, like, that's what this is all about. Like, I'm just saying, it's all about you guys and, waking up and, hey, do you want to take the show today? Yeah, of course I want to take the show today. So, anyhow, for the rest of the day, I'm going to start breaking down all my Minecraft Lego sets and get into that. Sandman sent me a, no, I do, don't I, HK? Breaking all my Lego pieces down, and I'm gonna build this little Lego set kind of thing. So, anyhow, yeah, I'm gonna try Sandman. I promise you. I just need like a glass bowl. If I can find a glass bowl, but for now, I'm just gonna break all my Minecraft sets down. But I really want to do that. Okay, so that's a really good idea. So I'll let you. I'm gonna get out of here and Sharon. I wanted to do that, Sharon, all show, okay? Sharon! Who doesn't want to do that? Every time you see the name Sharon and they start yelling you about your jars. And it's like, okay, Sharon, I got it. You're right. Okay, that is the best thing to do. I know. Okay, Sharon, thank you. And I know that you care, and I love it. Please, funds. I have funds. Remember, if you give a hug, you get a hug back, okay? I'll talk to you more about everything else later. And take care of yourselves. And I'll see you on Instagram. Or make sure you get a hold of Pops if you need to get a hold of Pops. I think if you need his Gmail, ask Sandman. If you need Sandman's email, I'm sure he's already told you how to do it. So, love you guys. Be safe. Thanks for hitting that like button. Keep subscribing if you haven't. If you keep unsubscribing because you're like, oh man, this is so weird. It's like, yeah, but resubscribe. It's fine. It actually probably helps the algorithm even like a little bit more. So, all right. Bye, everybody. I'm going to scroll y'all out. Scroll me out. Send me some emotes, okay? Send me some emotes and scroll me out, and then we'll get the hell out of here, okay? Sling Blade. I'm slurring my words here. I'm going to take a drink. I got massive dry mouth here. I'm going to let you guys piece me out, and then I'll read it back to y'all, and here we go. This moment brought to you by whatever the hell this is. Oh, okay. Here we go, guys. we're going to say good night and goodbye to Nerd Nature. Chris Bateman, Sling Blade, have a great day. Sharon Sparks, I love it. RX, take care of yourself. Street Glide, you have a great one, man. We're going to cornhole the hell out of each other. That's weird. Semster, have a good one. Harry K, take care. Sid Hunter, I get it, buddy. MB, have a good one. Hager Bump, take care. Joy Fortunato, Jesus Christ, take care of yourself. And Chris Bastine with the emotes, I love it. Thank you. Censored Citizen Scientist, Eric Montgomery, Nerd Nature, Jackie Cat with all the hearts, I love it. Luis Ramirez, Sharon Sparks, Carlotta, you have a great one. Bye. See you later, Troop. Herbie, take care. Peace out. MB, peace out. Ginger Gnome, I'm trying to do the do all the time. Rebel Rob, Ladran, take care. Jamie, Mom's Munchies, TV Boy, Marijuana. Was that a group of people? You have a blessed day. And Paige, take care. MVP, Louise, Eric Montgomery, Sid Hunter again, Sharon, Street Glide. Not again, but you know what I mean. Chris Basheen. I'm just saying, man. It's right there. No, it's fine. He took it all down. He's back. JC, Kim, you're back. Penny Pack, we're back. Toucan, here we go. I'm caught up. I hope you guys are caught up. And once again, if you give a hug, you get a hug. Take care of yourselves, guys. Love you. Bye.